Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and I'm going to show you guys something if you'd like to watch a little drive. I just finished a job. I've been here before, and it was a beautiful log house, very large actually. I won't show you the house, but it's in the middle of nowhere, as you can see, and it's actually about only 20 minutes from where my house is. So this is up in an area called, just actually right on the edge of an area called Joe Rich. It's a valley, which when you take there's a highway road that comes east out of Kelowna and heads into Joe Rich Valley, and then from there it's about 45 minutes maybe or so to a well-known ski resort called Big White. So we're probably about halfway toward Big White here, I guess, or so. Well, to the turnoff to the turnoff to Big White. So I just thought you might find this interesting because, and one of the things I really like about living here in the Okanagan Valley is the contrasts. Here I am, basically in the middle of the forest, and in less than 15 minutes, I'll be right on the outskirts of Kelowna, and and then it's like 20 minutes or 25 minutes to downtown, and yet here I am in the middle of the forest. I mean, this is forest for as far as the eye can see right here. So we're really up as the side of the valley on the east side from Kelowna and from the Okanagan Lake. But let's go for a little drive. I'll show you the way back here. Years ago, a number of years ago, my wife and I used to come up into this area, not very far from where I'm at right here. Maybe it's down the hill, I guess, a little bit. There is a lady that lived here, and she did dog training. We took our first dogs to her, and then we started doing dog agility with our other Lhasa we had. His name was Tucker. I don't think I've got any videos of him, actually. I posted. He passed away a few years ago now. But anyway, we used to come up here and go and do the dog agility. But hang on a sec. I'm going to do a little show you something to the left here. So here we are. So Joe Rich Valley is actually kind of just over that ridge line and down, and then you can see the mountains on the other side. Pardon me. And Big White is up that direction. So this is we're right in the forest, which I think is pretty cool. Now, I wouldn't mind living in a place like this. However, this obviously would be a place that could burn pretty dramatically, because we do get our wildfires here, and fortunately there hasn't been a fire in this area for, well, a very long time, I guess, but it's always a risk, and the trees are very dense together here, so yeah. But anyway, we're heading down the road here to I guess the highway's Highway 3, come to think of it. I think that's what it's called. And it runs parallel south of the Okanagan Valley. There's another valley running sort of parallel to it south, and there's a river. I can't remember the name of the river, actually. I was going to say Similkameen, but I know it's not that. Anyway, it's a really nice drive down there. Occasionally we'll take a drive down there, drive all the way down south to as far as we can go, which is almost to Osoyoos, but then you turn and head back west toward Osoyoos, and Osoyoos is right near the border crossing to the USA, and it's a really nice area down there. But anyway, lot of rain lately. Really unusual spring. Not much sun. And I think, although it's sunny now, obviously, I believe that we're expecting rain later this afternoon. It just doesn't seem to want to get on with being sunny. I mean, it's comfortable, I guess, and not getting too hot, but the just too much rain this year. So I'm obviously traveling downhill. I'll be traveling downhill almost the entire time here, and we'll actually pass by the area where we used to live when we bought our first home. There are some very nice houses in here. You know, this is a nice area because when you buy up in here, you're actually getting some acreage. Now what's about to happen is we come out of the forest, you'll notice that the landscape will change quite dramatically. And that's the other thing I really find really interesting about the Okanagan is now we're in forest and we're about to hit basically the upper edge of what's considered the Great American Desert. I guess technically it kind of stops about Osoyoos, but there's areas up here where we have like really open areas. Here we are right here. You can see it there. And yet there's forest right across the valley over there. So yeah, it's pretty neat, I think. Almost expect to see Clint Eastwood riding over the hill on his horse. I don't get up here very often. But it's a real nice area up here. All right, now we're on the highway. I think this is Highway 3. Or is it Highway 33? Actually, I guess it's Highway 33. So we're just right on the, just about to see Kelowna over the horizon. You can see the lake off in the distance there, Okanagan Lake. Distance over there from those clouds onto the higher ground. And oh, by the way, I forgot to mention where I was just at. When I got there to the house, the lady said, you just missed the snowstorm. I guess it had snowed that night or very early in the morning, but the snow melted away. But still, there was a flurry of snow. Oh, actually, I'm going too slow. Supposed to be 100 kilometers an hour right here. I got vehicles behind me. civilization here, as you can see. And the area where we used to live, we bought our first house, it's just up here a little bit, kind of right in front of us now. That's called Black Mountain. We lived about halfway up the mountain on the right side over there. Orchards over to the left as well. I won't be able to show you that. I'll be able to turn the camera there. But quite a big development over here. The Black Mountain is to our right. And there's orchards over to my right as well. Where we lived a few years ago is actually just up. We would turn up at the lights up here and go up this road called Loseth, and just up and around the corner was where we bought our first house, and it was a brand new house. It was amazing that we were able to do that. We worked really hard for there was the fires that happened 10 years ago, obviously now. That would be 2003 or 2004, and we were able to put a lot of money into the bank. We worked hard. My wife and I worked together. We did a lot of leather cleaning for insurance companies, because a lot of people were getting their houses cleaned up from smoke damage and whatever. And next thing you know, we had like $40,000 in the bank, and we were able to go and put a deposit on a brand new house. And we were so very thankful for that. We were so blessed with our business that we were able to do that. And my wife, Linda, worked with me all day, every day for a while there, a couple of years, I guess. And then I realized that it was really hard on her physically, and yeah, so okay, no, you don't do it with me anymore. And then she went from doing that, and then she ended up starting to answer the phone. Initially, I did all the phone work and answering the phone and scheduling and everything, but then she took that over, and that actually really helped as far as bookings go. And because she had worked with me, she had a really good understanding of how to schedule and how to talk to people properly, etc. And so that made a big difference. So anyway, here we are. We're almost into the city limits, and you can see off in the distance there more houses, more orchards straight ahead of me. Okay, we'll get past this guy. And orchards over to the right and the left. And right at the bottom of the hill was an area called Rutland. It's got to do with the deer, I guess. I believe. Oh no, wait a minute. No, come to think of it, I think it actually was named after some guy. It's Mr. Rutland, I guess. Anyway, and our house is actually kind of, you can't see it obviously from here, but it's not too far straight ahead. So as soon as we get to the bottom of the hill, we're technically in city limits. So, what, 15 minutes or so? And here we are. Welcome to Kelowna. So I thought maybe some of you might find that interesting. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.